Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I've been doing a lot of stuff involving the past of Gene Hackman, and on Hulu, updates and stuff. I mean, we still haven't got like everything released just yet, but I haven't really been keeping up with it. I said I'd be telling you updates and stuff. Yeah, I saw on Hulu they had a special ABC did called Last Days of Gene Hack, but I just watched it. I knew about like I think last week. I finally got around to watching it. Um, And basically, it was like an hour-long show they did. I mean, they were answered a few questions I know all the answers to. Um, First of all, I started about like the incredible history of Gene Hackman. A little bit when he was growing up, when his dad left him, and then he lied about his age at age 15 and went to the Marines, served 5 years. When he got out, he wanted to pursue acting. He got like small jobs at the theater and stuff and plays and stuff, and then he went on to TV and movies, and he won. Well, he was in Bonnie and Clyde. That was a breakthrough role, and then another breakthrough role in 1971, The French Connection. He won Best Actor for that. And I talked about his illustrious career, and it was like he never got typecast. He was just like he played every man, but he played his roles. I don't know. He picked his roles really well, and yeah, never, but it was never typecast. And the one thing I didn't know, his second Oscar win was Unforgiven. I saw that at the drive-in. You know, after getting out of the army with my dad, and I was probably when I went to the drive-in. I remember like usually there'd be one movie that was good and the other movie was kind of lousy. I never had like a. The only time that was like the best double feature I went to see was the first movie was that movie Stay Tuned with John Ritter. I wanted to see. The second one was Unforgiven, that Clint Eastwood one. And I was probably one of his most violent roles as that evil sheriff and stuff. And the one thing I didn't know was his two daughters didn't want to play it because he said it was too violent of a role. It would hurt his image. And then that actually won him a second Oscar. And it showed a different side of him, even though he played. Oh, I know, it did. He did really well. It was awesome. It did awesome. Hi, Tim. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, won Best Picture and stuff. But he was in a bunch of violent movies before then, like French Connection. What was that? Narrow Margin. And then he also did comedy too. He had a wide variety of movies, and then he moved like The Conversation. I never saw Royal Tenenbaums. I know my friend John saw it. He said it was boring. He said he doesn't like Wes Anderson's movies. I saw the only thing Wes Anderson I saw was Darjeeling Limited. I want to see The Life Aquatic because it kind of probably watch it sometime. It just interests me, the Jacques Cousteau type thing. I should, but Wes Anderson's movies are very quirky and stuff. But John said he didn't like the movie because he hated the Royal Tenenbaums. Because he said he heard so many people say good things about it. He watched it. He said he was bored out of his mind. Hi, Upton. Also the beat. Yeah, and work hanging in there. All your work, buddy. I'm just you know. Well, I'm glad you tuned in, man. I'm glad you tuned in. Like I said, I did so much about the pastor Gene Hackman, and my friend told me about it. I was like one of the first person to go live about it, and I was doing like updates. And like I said last week, just by accident, I didn't look for it on Hulu. They had ABC News did like a special hour-long thing called Last Days of Gene Hackman. Well, hour long ended up being like 42 minutes because commercials and stuff. Back in the day, it used to be like show used to be like 43 minutes, have like 17 minutes of commercial. I had 18 in this one, and it talks about it, like I said, his illustrious career, and then they talked about his passing, like him and his wife, and he married his wife in 91, I think. I think he started dating like in the late 80s. I guess he met her at a fitness ranch. I mean, a fitness center, right? Should have hired someone to look after both of them. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was what happened was a maintenance worker, right? And they couldn't get inside, and they went inside. He saw like the one wife on the floor. Yeah. Well, I mean, but his caregiver was essentially his wife, who is much younger than him. They're both very independent. They were very independent. And the one thing I didn't know, he met her. She was born in Honolulu, Hawaii, and she was a classic pianist, right? But he met her because she was like running some gym, and he forgot his membership. She wouldn't let him in. And he said, "Well, I know you're a famous actor, but rules are rules." She wouldn't let him in. I think he liked that. So I think that's how he met. He started dating and got married and stuff. And they settled into San Jose, Santa Fe, New Mexico, right? I guess that's a lot of Hollywood A-listers checked that place out, like Ally McGraw, Shirley MacLaine. I can't remember who else. Some other people, yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, she was a lot younger. She was like 60 something, 65 or something like that. He was like 30 years younger than him, I think. And, what happened was, ended up like this maintenance worker was trying to go in there saying, like, do you know if they're calling 911? I said, I don't think they're moving in there. Are they breathing? I said, I can't get inside. The doors are locked. And then they had them come on a welfare check to check what happened. And they found her on the ground. They found him too, and they did a search warrant. They got all this stuff like computers, cell phones, daily planner, the prescriptions they had there. And when they went inside, they found like she was to the bathroom on the left. She was passed out on the ground. Well, no, she was dead on the ground. There was a space here next to her head, and there was a bunch of pills scattered on a countertop in the bathroom, and there was a dog in a crate in the closet that was passed away. And when they found her, they found there were signs of mummifications in her hands and feet. And then they found Gene Hackman in the mudroom further on down the house. I mean, and there were 3 dogs there. The one dog was in the crate was passed. And the other 2 dogs, one dog was near her, and the other dog was running around the property. But they found Gene Hackman, yeah. Well, no, they said what happened with the mice. They said it wasn't inside the house. It was outside a building outside the house that had like some things with the mice in there because he had a Honda virus. I mean, that's what they said in the special. I'm going with what they said in there. There was like a building outside there, I don't know, a maintenance building or something like that, where you came in contact with the mouse droppings or saliva or what have you. It's like a very rare disease. They had a story about it towards the end. They was pretty thorough story, They went over a lot of stuff that I talked about, and there was a few other points of interest too in the story, and what we learned about it. I mean, not everything completely is determined, but I got to check up on stuff too. They said like there was a house outside. I mean, there was a building outside that she probably came in contact with that, and she contracted it, and it starts out like minor symptoms like aches and pains, so she may have thought she had the flu, and then end up turning fatal. You know? Yeah, yeah, I know. Well, it's around that area though. I mean, but they said it's a rarity though, because they said there's like been 900 confirmed cases since like 91, I think. I guess Santa Fe, New Mexico is really bad for that. Like 40% of cases from there, Maybe just the dry, arid conditions or something like that. But there was some snow on there too when they did a overhead look. I mean, a little bit, not a ton, but it did snow there some. Um, Yeah, the hantavirus is like a thrombosis or something like that, like a filling of the lungs of because it can be fatal, I guess. I never thought of that though. It's like inhaling the air, like the virus from like the either feces, saliva, or the urine from the rodent, and like breathing that stuff in, and you could actually contract that virus. And she probably thought like she had the flu and she was going to get better, and she didn't get better. I mean, they filled in some of the blanks, though. It's a very good documentary to watch. If you get a chance, Tim, it's on like Hulu. It was like a 40. If you're interested in a case, like 45 minutes. It fills in some of the stories that I didn't know about. Um, and then I guess he passed away. I guess he had dementia really bad, and he didn't know. As play part, he didn't know she was passed away, and there was a big house, though. So it's like there was no one else. She was the one that took care of him, and then like he was left to fend for himself the last week of his life. They said that he didn't show dehydration, but they said he might not have eaten for like the last day or two because there's no food in his stomach, though. He probably ate some, though, I assume. But he passed out with like a cane and his sunglasses on the floor in the mudroom, and he died. And I thought like she died second, but I guess he died first. And like I said, there was always suspecting of what was it? Carbon monoxide poisoning, but that wasn't the case. They went in and they checked it out before they had like the search warrant was issued. Oh, okay? You used bleach last time. Okay, good. Yeah, I guess they had like there's like a big rodent problem in Santa Fe. I mean, probably because of dry conditions, not inside the house, but like in a building outside. Probably something like that, Tim. Um, yeah, it's a good idea. Use oh, and throw out the old mattress. Good for you. Good idea. Yeah, good idea. Mm. And it's just crazy, though. I mean, all that happened. Mm. Damn it. My side. Oh God. Hopefully, sometime. Damn. Hmm. Sure, I got distracted. Sorry. Good for you about throwing out the old mattress. But that's what they said. It was like the hantavirus, and they were trying to figure out, like, Oh, I guess he probably didn't know. I mean, it was an extensive house. It was a huge house. I guess he didn't know for a whole week that she passed, and he was just on his own, scared, or didn't know what was going on. But I guess he ate some, and they said like there was like I think the one last thing she reached out was some like health club, something about some hyperbolic treatment or something like that. And they said like she never got back to him, and then like they did like a follow up phone call, and she never responded back. So probably that night, but she went to CVS and then she went to some pet place to pick up the dog, and then she drove back to residence, and then like she checked out some emails and stuff. I guess that was probably the last time she was alive around that time. And then, like I said, the next day, well, one of the things was like for some health place about hyperbolic stuff, and then like they called back and she was never an answer, you know, and they're wondering what happened to these people. And like I said, he passed away like about a week after. But I always thought well, first of all, like they said, like all three passed away. The animal, well, the dog, and her and Gene Hackman. They thought it was my thing. The series was, and it was brought up as carbon monoxide because there's like three people. Well, two people in the animal, passed away. And like I said, I talked about Molly Golightly when I mentioned it, and she said, like, yeah, it's quite possible it's carbon monoxide poisoning because we did talk about it. Well, I didn't talk about it, but we as brought up. And later on, they said, like, you know, weeks later, a week or so later, they said that, they would die. She died first, and I thought it was just the opposite. Well, what's this called? You also call the Honda virus the four corners disease? Oh, what do you mean? It could be in like four corners of the house? See, I didn't know that. See, I just learned something right there. Yeah, I never heard of the Hantavirus virus before. I mean, I think it's brought to be come about in the lexicon of people and stuff, but I didn't know it was also called the four corners disease. I assume it's because, like you see like debris like this in the corner of your house, or like you sweep something, you get swept into the corner and you sweep it out, you know, because it's so tiny. It's kind of weird that you'd actually breathe that stuff in. I mean, it's such a small thing. I mean, I understand getting sick, but not getting a virus, though. It's crazy. But they said it was actually really rare. I mean, they had like really interesting stories about that. I think the ABC News story was pretty. Um, it was only like 49 minutes, but there's lots of information in there. I think it's pretty good filling in the gaps because there's some things I didn't know that they told us about. What happened with him? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. Wait, I meant four corners of the house. Okay. No, four corners is where. Okay, I got you now. Four corners is where Colorado, Utah, Arizona. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder if Howie Cat. Well, Howie Cat had cat. Okay, that made sense. I had no idea, Tim. I thought you meant like four quarters of the house. Okay. See, I just learned something right now. I mean, cool. That's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome, but we learned something. Based in the Navajo Nation area. Wow. Navajo. Okay. I had no idea. See, we learned something already. Yeah, Tam was really good. I love that night flight thing. That's so cool. I wish I would have seen that show more. I was like, it was in it was on like late nights at 1 o'clock. It was like a 2 hour show. Very unusual show. I never understood like the whole thing behind it though. And then check this out. Um, the new season of The Conners came out too. I gotta watch that. I don't know what's gonna come on Hulu though. Wait, what's this? Oh shit! I don't want. No, I don't want that. Where's it at? Okay, get a glimpse of the scene premiere. Wait, I want to see this. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, they're gonna have. Speaking of that, I mean the very first episode, I didn't see it yet but it's not on Hulu just yet. The very first episode, very first episode of the season finale of The Conners premiered too. And I know a lot of people refused to watch The Conners after Roseanne got bumped from the show. Because that Roseanne reboot went through the roofs on ABC. I mean, it went so good. And then they would show reruns, and the reruns would do just as well. You'd have like a 2-hour block of reruns. People rewatch them. And now, because they would say like the death of the sitcom, right? And then Roseanne came back, and it did really good. And then, like, she tweeted something. I've been a 4 quarters since I was a kid. Wow. Well, you're out that area, though. The one thing with the Conners was like they got rid of her because a tweet about Jared or something like that, saying like, it was kind of, but I've seen far worse tweets than that. As far as severity goes, and then that got her booted from the show, and they didn't know what was going to happen, and they ended up retooling the show called The Conners, and they wrote her out of the show. Now, they said in this finale, I know I'm getting off the subject. On this finale, they're going to write Roseanne back in the show. I don't know how, but it's going to be like 6 final episodes, And the first one aired last night. I'm waiting for it to come on Hulu. I don't know when it's going to air, but I definitely want to see it. I know I got off track for a second. Sorry. But that's definitely worth I want to do a live review of that too, And it's going to have only 6 episodes on this finale, though. But I'm curious. People said they weren't going to watch the show because, I thought the characters were interesting, though. It's weird, though, because there's certain characters that won't be returning on the show. I don't know what's going to happen with their characters. So, like that Michael Fishman or that guy who played DJ, his character was kind of weird, but he was barely in the show. It was like he had a wife that was a soldier serving in our country. She was black, that African American. She had like a kid, and now the kid was on the show more than the wife or he was on the show. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, but she got written out of the show, though. She did one tweet. I think it was overreacting. And then, like the night later, they fired her, they suspended her, or something like that. And they're like, "What's going to happen to the show now?" It's like it was a huge cash cow for the show, and then it became The Conners, right? Well, they wrote around. They did like a whole Valerie thing when Valerie Harper got got fired from her hit show Valerie because she wanted more money, and then being difficult. And then it became Valerie's family. They became the Hogan's family. And it was still a great show with Sandy Duncan replacing her. Sandy Duncan looked really good on that show. Yeah, born here. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah. And I should go more into that, like when I do the Conners thing. Well, like I said, with Gene Hackman was, what else was there? Oh, they talked a little bit about like the tribute to. Oh no, shit. Sorry. They talked about Gene Hackman. They had a tribute to him from the Oscars. I wish I would have seen it. It might have been on YouTube. I didn't know because I didn't watch the Oscars. But no, I was definitely fascinated with the show. Last Days of Gene Hackman. I think it's a really good show on Hulu. With all the updates and stuff I was doing about the case, I found out about this last week. I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. And it's on Hulu right now. It's I don't think they have the whole episode here on YouTube. But definitely on Hulu, definitely worth watching. Because I remember they did that thing about Phil Hartman too. I remember watching that. It was like years after the fact, I think. And that was really good. That was like an hour and a half long show, 2 hour show. That was really good too. I don't know if I did a review of that or not. I know I did TMC live TMZ's thing about Tiger King. That was the most popular live stream I ever did. You know, but no, I think if you get a chance, definitely check out the Gene Hackman special. The last day, it's really good. Yeah, you see, I mean, they covered their bases, and they even had like this girl named Dana, film reviewer Dana. So it kind of reminded me of our Dana a little bit. I mean, except she had shorter hair, but I mean, she had like the same type of like spunky personality that Dana had, you know. And she was kind of blonde, though, but I mean, her hair was a lot shorter, but she reminded me of Dana, kind of, you know. Yeah, morning girl start early. Really? Wow. Holy crap. Well, you know your stuff, Tam. I mean, that was good that you did the 4 quarters virus. That was really, I had no idea. I didn't think about that. Like about 4 quarters, like a 4 quarters like your house, right? You know, if someone gets swept, it gets over into the quarters and stuff. I swear that's what I thought you meant. No, that makes sense right there. You're pretty smart, buddy. You're smart, that buddy boy. Yeah. I wish I could do it. I gotta have to wait for it to come in there. Request. Activity. I gotta stop worrying about that. My receipt, March 21st. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Kind of frustrating. Yep. I can't be worrying about that. I got a lot of stuff. Amish girls too. They probably do. You know, they probably do. I don't know. I had no idea. It's possible. I mean, but they were talking about caregivers too. You know, like she was his caregiver, and said like caregivers like need care too. And she was his caregiver. She was talking about how much love she was with Gene Hackman. I know. I was talking to Forensic today, and she was talking about one of his daughters got in trouble for something. I can't remember what it was. I wish it was. Which I do. Maybe. Let me go ahead and hold on. Let me do something real quick. I forgot to monetize something. I should probably monetize this. I did not do it. I did not do it. Let's see what's going on. I'm surprised Random is live so early, though. You know? You go to my videos, okay? Go to um E5. Go to live. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's so late at night, though, man. But I mean, I wanted to make sure to do a video about this. But if you get a chance, definitely watch that Last Days of Gene Hackman. I'm interested in doing something with Roseanne too. You know, I don't know how long it takes for a show to from broadcast to get to Hulu. I can't remember how long it takes, man. I hope it ain't too long. How long does it take? Wrong. Show broadcasted. Show on Hulu. It takes. There's a waiting time. It shows up on Hulu. I don't know if it's full 24 hours. Because I forgot it was on like a dummy. It takes 2 days? Damn. Take a bit longer to be uploaded. The certain subscriptions allow fans to watch live shows. Now, I know that there's like some on Daily Motion. You get a glimpse of the first minute of the new season on here. I wish I could play it. That'd be cool. Let me see. Let me see. Uh, it's a six. Okay, sixth episode farewell event. Okay, well, I just saw. I mean, like they showed like a little 55-second clip of that. That's pretty cool. But no, it's gonna be sixth episode farewell event. That'll be interesting to check that out. Um, yeah, I guess. E-check is electronic fund from your bank account to another. Usually takes between 4 to 7 days to clear. Might take longer, 4 to 7 days. Okay, let's see. One. Well, what was it? I mean, let me see. Let me check something out. Yeah. Okay. 4 to 7 days. Okay. I'll check it out. Hopefully everything will be all right. Huh. Well, let's play it by ear for right now. Hopefully it'll get better. Yeah, it can only get better. But no, I really like that the episode last Gene's to Gene Hackman. I know I went off board with Connors because I want to see it. But usually they said it would like broadcast like not take 2 damn days. I hope not. There might be like a free streaming thing in like the first episode of Connors. Maybe. Let's see. New episode. Let's see if it's streaming. I mean, I'm sure it has. Someone has it streaming. There's new episode streaming. I got a lot of information about the Connors. I definitely want to do. Oh shit, what's this? Oh yeah. So I never thought like a horror movie villain became legendary. Well, Boris Karloff. I never thought the Mummy was a love story. I never thought it was that scary. The original Mummy though. Let's see. Free streaming. Let's see. Usually they say Hulu, but I mean it's like yeah, come on now. I watch tonight for free. Okay. Let me see. Whoa, what's this? Oh, well, damn. Hold on. Is this bogus? Fubu. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, no, I don't want to get that. Rather laugh for the sinners than try with sin. Yeah. See, you're pretty smart, Tim. I like you. I'm glad I met you. It's weird though, because I met you from Miller though, because I think Miller was talking about you, and that's how I met you. We became friends and stuff. You know, that's how I met you, buddy. Got 4 people right now. That's cool. Oh, surprised random is live right now. Uh, Let's see if anything else is going on right now. Melissa Long, no, he is. Wow, who's the light on his chat? Oh. Like a rock, like a rock, baby. Like a rock, it's like that, right? Yeah, bull crap. I gotta watch that Boston Market chicken thing from them. Mm. See, what else is there? Watch their yo. Oh, try and mess you up, me up too. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm getting along with him now, so everything's fine now. So that's one less person to fight with. I'm fighting with everybody right now. He's the one person I'm not fighting with. You know. So, like I said, I'm getting ready to end it pretty soon. Like 41. Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, if you get it on Hulu, it's like a show on ABC. Uh, um, yeah, Last Days of Gene Hackman. It's actually quite good. It's a really good show. I give it a 10 out of 10. And like I said, I knew most of like the reports and stuff, but it filled in some of the gaps. There were some gaps in there. I had no idea that his 2 daughters didn't want him to film the show, film Unforgiven, because it said it's too violent. I thought he was the one that said he didn't want to do it because it's too violent. And all I did was violent with French Connection, Narrow Margin, not Superman, because he wasn't violent in Superman. Lex Luthor doesn't have to be violent. Maybe had the way to write a book. Maybe. Oh, then like he said, he became an author after his retirement from acting. I mean, he slowly was going into retirement and like whenever wrote 2001, but he still did acting for a while longer. I think for another 9 years. I think. Let me double check. I don't remember. Oh, I think his last movie was in 2010. I could be mistaken though. I know he had heart problems. He had like surgery in '91. His doc said he has to like lay off of that stuff. But he still was active for a while after that. Wait. Oh, I'm mistaken. I thought it was. Let me see. Wait. Oh, okay, I thought it was fan film of 2010. His final film was that Walk of the Moose Sport thing. Because he was in the Royal Tannenbaum in 2001, and then he slowed down after that. And then he was in like 2003. He was in a Runaway Jury, and then like year later he was in appeared alongside Ray Romano in Walk of the Mooseport, and like his final film acting role. You know, he's honored with the Sesame Miller Award from the Golden Globe Awards for his outstanding contribution to the entertainment field. And July 2004, he gave a rare interview to Larry King where he announced he had no new further future film projects lined and believed his acting career was over. You know, he's been over 80 things. Okay, that same year, Hackman made his last televised. I didn't know this. This is new right here. Check this out. Gene Hackman made his last televised appearance in Diners, Drives, and Dives as Guy Fieri went to a Santa Fe diner where Gene Hackman was eating. Speaking on his retirement in 2009, Hackman said, straw that broke the camel's back was actually a stress test that he took in New York. The doctor advised me that my heart wasn't in the kind of shape that I should be putting under any stress. When asked during a GQ magazine interview in 2011, he would come out of retirement to do one more film, he said. They said if he, when he asked her, in 2011, he would say he would come out of retirement to do one more film. He said he might consider it if he could do it in his own house. If I do it in my own house, maybe without them disturbing anything and just one or two people. And they wrote. After that, he co-wrote three historical fiction novels: "Wake of the Paradiso Star," "A Sea Adventure of a Depression era tale of murder stuff," and "American Civil War." And then, I didn't know this. After retiring from acting, Hackman narrated 4 episodes of the NFL film sports documentary series American Games, Super Bowl champion in 2007. He narrated that. He later narrated 2 documentaries related to the United States Marine Corps, The Unknown Flag Raiser of Iwo Jima, and We the Marines. I didn't know he narrated that. That's something I didn't know. Let's see. I don't think that's about it, though. And then he said when he passed away, like his will created in 1995 said that Arakawa is the sole inheritor. Arakawa's will states that if they die within 90 days of each other, the proceeds will go to charity. So charity's going to get that. You know, pretty crazy. So I'm not going. Well, I'll do like 45-54. How about that? Like I said, there's some more information I didn't know about. I'm going to send this forensic chick. I hope she likes the video. I went a little bit off on the Connor, so, but I mean, that interests me too. I guess if there's anything new on, let's see on Hulu about. I don't know. I took that off, didn't I? There must be something. Let's say Amazon losing money as Pennsylvania shoppers are canceling Prime for this clever hack. That's different. Huh. Kind of ironic. That's about it right now. I guess, the live review of Last Days of Gene Hackman lasted a little bit longer than the special itself, like 42 minutes. I'm going to do 4554, right? You know, I want to thank Tam and Upton also for being here. Tam for helping me out and giving me some more information about four quarters disease. I had no idea. See, you will learn stuff every day. You know. Yeah, I want to thank you. I hope you learned something. Kind of an update about Gene Hackman, sort of. I mean, it was an interesting news story. It filled in a couple of gaps and then give me a little more information. Then Tam gave me information about the how device also been known as the four quarters disease. Four quarters disease, the four quarters being Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. And he said Roseanne used to come Salt Lake City a lot. She's from here. That's cool. So I guess that's it, everybody. Hope you like the video, everybody. Till next time, please take care of Legion. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go.